It's raining. It's raining hard here in Varano. And I love it. I'm fast today. Finally, I am competitive. And I have the chance to take my first podium of the year. And there we go. Race 1. I start in P2. In front of me, Azzori, in pole position, looks impossible to catch. In qualifying, he was literally flying, 1 second faster than anyone, so we expect him to start good and fly away. Behind me, apart from Solfaroli, third, all the others were much slower than me. So the podium today may seem an easy job. I just need to do what I know to do. Stay focused for 12 laps and do not make mistakes. No mistakes. This might be the hardest thing, because today the track conditions are pretty bad. Oh my god, what an incredible start by Solfaroli. Now he's first and he's in front of Azzori. And this is good because this way we can block Azzori and try to take the victory. Okay, never mind. Azzori is too fast today, and after just 2 corners, he's back to first. By the way, have you seen how easily he passed from the outside? This happened because in the inside, on the ideal line, there is a lot of rubber on the asphalt. And this rubber becomes slippery with the rain. Therefore, when it rains, you can find much more grip on the outside. So in turn 3 and turn 9 and 10, it's better to go wide, because you can find more grip and make the corner much faster. You can see it from the video. It's incredible how behind the car in the trail you see nothing. The visibility is close to zero. I have to keep cleaning the visor with my hand every time. Really, it's so hard to drive like that. Okay, by the way, the situation behind me is calm. As you can see, we are faster than the other ones, so we are gaining advantage. And Azzori as well is much faster than us, so he's gaining advantage. This means that the race is gonna be between me and Solfaroli in front of me. The conditions are really bad. There's a lot of water on the ground, so we must be careful. It's better to keep calm and find the pace gradually, because it takes just a fraction of a second to make a mistake, crash and finish the race. The race is long, 11 laps to go. I have all the time. Meanwhile, I'm going to ask 2 questions that many of you ask me. So the first one is, why am I using the lever to downshift instead of the pedal? The reason is simple, I don't know why, it's much faster and smoother, the lever. So this is Formula Predator. And the second question is, where is Machado? Well, Machado this morning had an health problem, so he missed the qualifying and he started last. And he's struggling a lot to drive today, so he's not gonna be competitive and we should not worry about him. Okay, after a few laps, I found my pace and I saw that I am faster than Solfaroli. So now it is time to attack. No, 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 no. Oh my god. I almost crashed into him. Really, I missed him by, like... Okay, by the way, now I must not stop. So please, float, 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 float. Don't stop, don't stop, don't stop, don't stop. Oh my god. I was so scared to get stuck in the gravel. I really don't know how I made it. As soon as I went off track, I keep accelerating and I try to do some rally, trying to avoid the walls, try to avoid to get stuck. And in the end I made it. Oh my god. By the way, what happened? You know, that's crazy because I broke exactly in the same spot that I used to break every lap. The problem is that I touched the white line with the right tire and it locked because the white lines are so slippery. After that, Solfaroli changed line, because probably that's the line he usually does, and I had to brake more not to hit him. But considering that I had one wheel locked, I also locked the other one. And when you lock the wheels, the car stops braking. And in that situation, you just pray not to hit him, and I didn't crash into him. By the way, I'm back on track, back to race, and now I am 5th. At any cost, I must get back to the podium, because this is the last race of the season, and I must take my first podium. Oh my god, Palumieri spun in front of me. I was afraid to crash into him, but you saw from that today the grip is 0. It's so hard to drive like that. Everybody's spinning, everybody's making mistakes, and this is the proof. By the way, now I'm 4th and I have Davide Critelli in front of me. He's the last year champion, and you can see from the video he's struggling a lot and he's going slower than me on wet. So I can catch him and pass him. By the way, now head down, hammer time, and let's catch him. I got him! Okay, he drifted, he exited slower, so he's mine. I know Davide, and for sure he's gonna brake hard in the end of the straight, so probably he's gonna go wide. This means that I can try to cross the line and pass him in the exit. I'm not lifting, 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 and not lifting, and I made it. Ha! Now I'm back to the podium. By the way, I don't know if you remember, but this overtake reminds me of something. Vedo che sono ancora in bagarre, adesso si stanno portando interni, quindi mi porto tutto esterno e provo l'incrocio in uscita. Non mollo, non mollo, non mollo, non mollo, non mollo. Ah! Mamma mia, dove mi sono infilato. By the way, so cool, awesome overtake. Now I have 5 laps to go and I don't see Solfaroli, so he's very far from me. But as far as I know, in qualifying he was lower than me, so if I push, I can try to catch him. 5 laps are not that much, but I can try. Lap now, 4 laps to go. Now come the first lap cars. Ninth lap, 3 laps to go. I keep catching lap cars and I see Solfaroli. He's quite far from me, he's the white car in front of me. But he's not that far. Maybe I can hope that he loses time while lapping other cars and I can gain advantage. That's my only hope to catch him. Two laps to go. Come on, come on, come on. Anything can happen. Come on, come on, come on. He's 3 seconds ahead of me. That's too much for 1 lap. The only hope that I have to pass him is that he makes a mistake or that he finds a very slow lap car. Come on. I hope until the last corner, but in the end, he made it.
Ma vai un po' più piano te, Come cazzo fai ad andare così forte?
Io te l'ho detto, vieni, ti agganci dietro e io ti porto.
È arrivato
te ti perdi.
Sono andato a funghi. Ma dov'è che fai la differenza te, secondo te?
Guarda,
al di là del fatto che arrivando dal kart c'hai qualcosa in più.
Sì, tanto la scuola del kart fa tantissimo. Poi guarda, ti dico, le traiettorie sono quelle d'asciutto. Sul curbone in fondo sto facendo tutto l'arco, un ferro di cavallo con la destra successiva tutto l'arco.
Cioè quindi nelle curve che girano fai tutto largo, invece nelle altre linee d'asciutto.
Sì, tutto
anche
corto.
frenata da asciutto.
Frenata sì, conta che in quella dove faccio tutto l'arco sto staccando ai 75-50. Quando prendevo riferimento di una pozza a terra, quando ci passavo sopra frenavo.
Ma perché poi si asciuga la pozza?
So cazzi.
Vabbè, complimenti.
Grazie.
Cosa hai combinato? E giravi 2 secondi più veloce di quello là e potevi passarlo quando volevi. Non posso dirti le parolacce perché registri.
Volevo vedere com'era la ghiaia.
Domani.
È partito meglio?
Domani.
Oh, domani so cazzi,
Domani ti aggancio. Voglio vedere se riesci a venire con me.
Tomorrow. Yeah, sure. Tomorrow in race 2. Well, race 2 unfortunately never happened because it rained so hard that the race was cancelled. And yes, I guarantee you that the track was totally undrivable. So, my 2019 race season with Formula Predators ends here. So, a pretty bad mistake that could have costed the race today. But luckily, as you saw, I managed to get back on track and recover until 3rd position and get, finally, my first seasonal podium. And I would love to show you the podium images, but I didn't get on the podium because right after the race I had the 3rd free practice on the Grip G1, so I had to jump off the Predator, jump on the Grip G1 and drive. That's crazy. By the way, I can say this finally was a good racing weekend, where I had the chance to drive a competitive car that, as you saw, allowed me to get an important result. And I want to say thanks to all the team for the professionality and the awesome job they did today. And I want to say thank you to all of you for having watched this racing season. But don't fly away, because there is still the Grip G1 race video that will come out soon. So, stay tuned.